Hey everybody, welcome to episode 10 of the VHS Bandits. This week we have watched Meatballs 4. Let's pop in the tape.
Welcome to Lakeside, where some of the hottest skiers have just landed a new hero.
I want you to meet our new recreation director, Ricky Wade.
He's got charm.
Oh, thank you, Victor. Oh.
He's a natural-born leader.
Come on, guys, let's do it. Come on, anything's possible if you want it bad enough. Look at Michael Jackson.
And he's got 2 weeks to turn these ski rats into superstars. It's a playground of fun and fantasy, where the scenery is breathtaking. The passion is pulsating.
Why did you leave me, Ricky?
Because I was afraid, Cal.
And the romance is hot.
I think I'm gonna change that 10 to a 12.
Yeah.
But the competition wants to crash this party.
Are you going to put up or shut up?
And they'll stop at nothing to get what they want.
If you don't mind. All right, these girls are gonna look like Smurfs.
Now,
Kelly,
it's a race for survival.
give me my skis.
Meatballs 4 to the rescue.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey again everybody, it's me, the KevBot. Welcome to episode 10 of the VHS Bandits. This week we're talking about Meatballs 4. With me as always is...
Day Train!
Yeah, there we
Hey!
go. And...
Topher Hansen.
Alright, what's going on guys?
Just watching shitty movies.
This is
per
episode
usual.
10. Who would have known we would have gotten up to 10 podcast episodes all together?
Congratulations. It took us I don't know how long we've been doing this.
A while.
It's been some time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You people out there, you tell us. Since our original Snake Eater 2 episode.
Yeah.
How about a celebratory 2? If I can.
I didn't hear
Hold
it.
on.
Oh, he's constipated.
Hold on. Shh. Hold on.
No.
I got another one.
No.
Ha! Hold on. Hold on.
Ugh.
No, this is just... No, this is going on too long.
All right.
Hold on.
No.
We're not...
Please, no.
We're not talking about Dane's farts. We're talking about Meatballs 4.
This isn't the fart special episode.
I gotta save it for later. I can't do it
my
right now.
goodness.
My cheeks are clenched.
Let it ferment.
Stage fright. That's what it is. Stage fright.
Shit. Okay, anywho, what are we talking about today?
Meatballs 4.
Meatballs 4, the fourth installment
Not
in the
one,
legendary Meatballs
Not 2, not 3, but
Fourology.
4. Now, you guys, we've all seen Meatballs, the original.
Uno.
Yes.
Bill
No.
Murray. That's a great flick.
Yeah, it's great. You guys have seen 2 or 3? Because I never have.
I saw 2 on Comedy Central when it was on all the time.
I have the DVD.
Which is, it's a great movie, kind of.
It
has Pee Wee Herman and an alien in it, so I'm also.
named Meathead. I absolutely adore Meatballs too. I like ridiculously love that movie.
Right
it's
on.
crazy
Right
good.
on. Ooh, man.
Have you?
I have not seen 2 or 3. Just 1 and
Just
now
one.
4.
Okay.
Just 1 and
Oh yeah, I've seen some of 3 on YouTube because I can't get the tape, and it never came out on DVD.
It's a rare gem.
Yeah, hidden gem.
Why don't you read us the box? This
All
is
right.
starring Corey Feldman, by the way, which is a big sell.
So I got this for Topher for his birthday or something like this.
Yeah.
Years and years
Thank
ago.
you so much.
Actually, I may have got this at that C. I don't remember.
ooh, that would be
Maybe. So yeah, so on the front,
find.
you got it's Corey Feldman and Meatballs 4, and this movie, unlike the other movies, is based around like a big lake, and everybody is on ski jets and
Jet skis?
and jet skis. So the 4 itself is being clenched around a rope that some guy is held onto, like I'm assuming that is on the other side of a boat. But so anyway, you got Corey Feldman, and you got 2 wicked early 90s babes on the cover wearing neon yellow green bikinis, and they got some serious long butts. And
for some of our listeners who might not know, what is a long butt?
All right, so back in the 80s and specifically the early 90s, women wore jeans and bikinis that, you know how nowadays it's all about like these, like, you know, the Kim Kardashian plump, luscious, what's the word I'm thinking of? Voluptuous patootie, right? Back then, you didn't get that. Back then, you had these stretched out, long, thin...
King of the Hill, Hank Hill butts.
Hank Hill butterooty. So
I think I've got a Hank Hill butt. I'm not going to show you guys.
We'll take a Twitter poll.
Yeah.
I bet you I got a long butt myself too.
Hey, because
we were all kids in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'd look really good in a neon green bikini bottom.
That screams you, Kev.
Yeah, it does.
So, for any of you guys that follow Uncle Tanuk on Facebook, he does a lot of long butt shit on there. So check out Uncle Tanuk. Anywho,
long butt shit.
Long butt. A lot of long butts in this movie. Anywho, let's move on here to the rest of the box. So, Meatballs 4, put out by HBO Video, Hi-Fi Stereo, Movie Store Entertainment. On the box it says, saving Lakeside Summer Camp is going to take talent, brains, and away with women. Well, 1 out of the 3 ain't bad. So
which one?
Is that it?
Probably away with the women.
That's all it says?
That's on the front of the box.
Oh.
And it has a really grossed out comedy sticker and entrails of where other stickers may have been in the past, which I don't want to touch.
They confused it to not being a comedy. So they had to swap out the stickers.
Maybe at one time it said like 2-day rental or something like that, or new release. I don't know. Anywho, all right. So on the back, here we go. And on the back, we just have another shot of Corey Feldman with more women in neon bikinis all over him. Anywho, and the guy who owns the camp just going rah! On the back of the box,
who looks like Bill Murray's brother, but he's not.
We'll talk about the food that we ate later. If you're wondering why I'm so gaseous. All right. Lakeside Water Ski Camp is in big trouble. In spite of their wild...
it's a water ski camp? That's the whole point of the camp?
I thought it was just a summer camp.
Yeah. I understand why they did nothing else but water ski.
Yeah.
But that was never established in the movie.
You had to
Why
read
would Cheeseball go to this water ski camp?
Why would she... I don't know.
All right, keep reading.
For all you guys to know...
We'll talk about that. We'll get to Cheeseball.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about Cheeseball later. All right, so... In spite of their wild parties, outrageous water stunts, and beautiful bikini-clad babes, the camp is running out of money. Rival camp Twin Oaks is out to shut down Lakeside forever, and the annual competition seems just the opportunity. Lakeside's only hope is their hotshot ski instructor and party meister, Ricky Wade, Corey Feldman. Ricky's the hottest thing on water, but he's up against a ruthless rival, water ski stud Kyle. Kyle's not only after the competition prize, he's after Ricky's girlfriend, the beautiful young Kelly.
Wait, there was no prize.
You're right, there really was no prize.
Anyway,
we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I just want to point that out right now.
And Kyle will stop at nothing to win them both. Now, the only thing standing in Kyle's way is Ricky Wade and the hottest action ski team around. A rematch puts Ricky to the test. Can he save the camp and win Kelly over Kyle? Too many Kel names. You'll have a great time finding out when Corey Feldman takes on competition in Meatballs 4.
I'll see it.
Meatballs. I wish the Meatballs
I'd buy that
theme,
for $1.
I wish the Meatballs theme from the first movie was in this.
Can't afford it.
Because they
Can't
go,
afford their own theme song.
I wish they would go Meatballs, then go 4 at the end. So, and the actual tape itself.
Keep dreaming.
The actual tape
day.
itself has this really shitty sticker on it from HBO Video that says Meatballs 4, and it looks like it's all sun-dried and cracked, and somebody put a piece of tape to keep it on there.
And there's another thing covering up half of the it's like like an eye patch for the VHS, or it's covering up one of the.
It's one of those protective things.
It's
is that what
security
it was?
sticker.
It was
Security
warning
sticker.
us about in the beginning of the video.
No. It.
That's that.
The warning is so you can't like write over it, which it kind of looks like.
Oh no. This is for like
you can't
so that
duplicate
way you don't
it.
Swipe it out of the video store. Remember they got those
Right.
things?
Yeah.
it's like
that's
a
the
beepy
security
thing.
sticker. But there's the little tab on VHS tapes.
Yeah, this just doesn't have that.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this one's broken off. So
Yeah.
you could record over this anytime you want.
All right.
So that's Meatballs 4, everybody. Have a good night.
Wow.
That's it. Great podcast, guys.
Thanks.
No, I'm just kidding. So this was direct to video, right?
Probably.
Yes, I assume.
It's HBO. If they put it out, it's home box office.
It was probably. I don't know. You're the guy.
I'm
who
going to
looks
go
at the
on a
facts.
ledge here
normally-
and say yes.
Normally
it was
I'm
straight to video.
Normally I do all the research, but I didn't do the research on this one.
This movie's made in 1992, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the only Meatballs movie to not be made in the 80s, because all the other ones were.
What
Dane Train, you're the.
So if you
you're
needed
the-
some
one I know.
questions for your middle-aged Trivial Pursuit nights on Thursday, Meatballs 4, the only one of the Meatballs not made in the 80s.
That's right.
until Dane Train makes Meatballs 5.
Oh hell yeah! I'm making Meatballs 5.
I'm sure you can secure the rights fairly
I wouldn't be surprised.
swiftly.
So right off the bat, this movie is right up Dane's alley.
Yeah.
Because it falls into a certain genre that he loves.
Which is kind of unsettling, actually, now that I think of it.
It's fine.
What genre would that be, Dave?
Okay, so like the first one kind of not really. The second one kind of plays it off, but it's PG. The third one really gets into it, and so does this one. What is known as the teen sex comedy screwball movie, which is one of my favorite genres of all time.
Why are you so intrigued by teen sex?
Hold on.
.com.
There's
a squeaker.
I thought
That
I
was
could
a real.
let
That
out
was
another
either
toot,
the
but-
whatever your seat there. Or that was a real high pitched squeak.
Anywho,
The neighbors' dogs are going to be barking.
Wow, it's that high pitched.
why do I like 80s teen sex comedies? Let's
Yeah.
see. So we're talking movies like Loose Screws, and Screwballs, and
Movies that have the name
But
Screw
what's
involved
the
in it.
fascination
fascination with them? Like, what makes them a cut above the rest?
All right. Why do I like
in your eyes?
Why do I like screwball teen sex comedies?
Is it the gratuitous boobies in them?
Oh, and this isn't. I'm not crazy about like the newer ones made out today with like that guy who is in like Hot Tub Time Machine because he's like in every single one now, and you know what I'm talking about?
Chevy Chase?
The bald guy.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's on.
He was in some like
Children's Hospital. He's in.
The first Hot Tub Time Machine was really good.
It was.
Oh, it was.
put
I
that
enjoyed
Number
it
two
a
was
lot.
Rob Delaney.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Rob Delaney.
Isn't he in like a bunch of like newer sex
I don't think
comedies?
so.
Oh, I thought he was.
He just shows up in a lot of stuff.
He shows up in a lot of stuff,
But
but
at least
it's
he's
usually
really
good.
funny.
Or at least
Yeah.
he's good in them.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel like,
very
no,
funny
or
guy.
maybe it's not him. There's this guy who looks exactly like
Eugene
him.
Levy.
Not Eugene Levy. There's a guy who's in like a ton of other.
Who cares?
We're
It
gonna look
doesn't
him up.
matter.
We're gonna look up. Anywho,
Why do you like teen sex comedies?
why do I like teen sex? I specifically
Stop
like
dodging the question.
I like the ones from
Clinton.
the 80s. So basically, all these teen sex comedies, all like they're very like formulaic. I think they're
because they
fun.
all have the same plot.
They all kind of have
And
like
you know what you're getting.
So like most of them, not all of them, but most of them are like, I'll give you a good example. Joysticks, which I think was from like 82 or 83. So you got these movies where there's like an establishment, like a hot dog stand or an arcade or whatever.
Hold on one sec, real quick. Sorry.
Your go-to is hot dog stand.
It's not Rob Delaney. It's Rob Corddry.
Rob Corddry. Who's Rob
Corddry.
Delaney?
Rob Delaney's a comedian guy. He's in some other
other
show.
stuff.
Yeah.
All
so
right, sorry,
okay.
guys.
So there's always like a hot dog stand.
All right, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So there's
Continue.
some kind of like
Hot dog
establishment.
stand in trouble.
And then there's like the main dude who's some like wicked playboy, and there's always a bunch of chicks with their tops off, getting it on, right? And then there's always some like crude old dude who wants to take over the establishment, whatever the business is or whatever. And it's up to that playboy to come up with all kinds of wacky hijinks to screw up his day so they don't get whatever the property is. And then the playboy guy gets all the babes in the end.
So why do you like it?
Isn't that just kind of like a play on a lot of 80s movies where it's like, we got to save the rec center? Yeah. Except
you're talking about Electric Boogaloo, but that's not a teen sex comedy. Ooh.
There you go. Oh, man. That was
trying to say something.
That was not Electric Boogaloo-ish. No, that seems like a pretty common 80s movie theme. It's just
that's just a plot device.
Except that there's a lot of naughty 80s
and cheap jokes.
I think what separates it apart, if I may, Dane, is that it's usually straight to video.
Oh yeah.
Other than like Porky's.
Yeah. And it doesn't have like John Cusack in it. Or,
what?
Oh, John Cusack
John Cusack is not in it.
It's normally someone you don't really know, or someone
who you used to know.
Past their, I don't want to say prime, but their first wave of fame.
Yeah,
they're kind of like, I need money,
and the quality is at least like 1 decade behind what is being theatrically released at the time.
These movies always have stupid low budgets. But I mean, like, the whole point of these movies were for like
they're like the grindhouse
boys.
Movies of
I
sex
suppose.
comedies.
Yeah. Like, a movie that like you would trick your parents into letting you rent this. So you and your buddies on a sleepover night.
It's just like Ernest Goes to Camp.
That's what
you would say.
Except with, yeah. Except that, there's boobies in it. So like, you'd be in the basement.
Boobies go to camp.
With your buddies eating pizza and drinking Pepsi and watching some.
And then your mom walks in when the sex robot comes out.
That's right. Topher and I have this story from when we were kids. So he's got like this family house down the Cape, and we went to Blockbuster and we rented Loose Screws. And we were watching it, and there's this part where, because I like how like these movies are just super stupid and just totally out there. Where these bunch of playboys go to like a college or a school, and they're like
to molest people.
Basically, like. So they take like a big VHS camcorder, right? Yeah, I think so. And they're like, they put on lab coats, and they're like, hey, we need to like use this special VHS camera to X-ray you, so please take off all your tops. And of course, all these girls take off all their tops, and this one girl who's got small ones, she's like, I don't want to take off my top. And the guy goes, well, do you have any tits? And your mom like walks in just as that happens, and we're like, oh no.
And of course she's like, I spent the $6 on it, so might as well.
And then, of course, like the fat guy. All right, so all like the fat comic relief characters in all these movies, we refer to them as Cheeseball. Because if we made an 80s teen sex comedy, we would call him Cheeseball. So anyway, Cheeseball.
Because he loves to eat cheese balls.
Oh yeah. So Cheeseball is in the closet, right? Like peeping in on all these chicks with their tops off, right? And so what just happens to be in this doctor's office closet? Whoa, there's a diorama skeleton. So he's like, whoa, I'm in a closet with a skeleton. And then he comes out. Of course, all the girls are like, this was actually a ruse. Yeah.
And they don't get arrested.
They don't get arrested, right. So it's just like, the head of the school is like, you daring kids. And anywho, that's why I like 80s sex comedy. They're just stupid junk movies, and girls show their boobies, and they're just a lot of fun.
They have little to
happy
no
endings.
They have little plot to them too.
Yeah.
Based off the few that I've seen,
there's
including this one.
There's as much plot as there is money in these movies.
Yes. Yeah, it's very hard to like grasp on to what the plot is. There's a lot of scenes that are strung together with like similar characters, but you don't know why until maybe the end of the movie or like the 2/3 part.
So there are 80s teen screwball comedies of all types out there. But today we're going to talk about one that's a summer camp one, and there's lots of other summer camp teen sex comedies out there, such as Party Camp and Gorp. That's another one off the top of my head.
Gorp. So let's get into
Meatballs
this
3,
one.
Summer Job. So anywho, all right. So guys, Meatballs 4. What did you guys think about Meatballs 4? What the hell happened in Meatballs 4?
I
don't know.
Something with jet skis, and they're on a lake, and Corey Feldman's there.
Yeah, well, at least now...
That's the whole movie.
Thanks to the
That's
back
the whole
of the
movie.
box, we know that it is specifically a jet ski summer camp that only recruits campers for 2 weeks. So... But I was very confused as to why there was no archery or any like arts and crafts or anything else going on
Regular
at this camp.
stuff.
No one making pine cone bird feeders.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay, so
Or GIMP bracelets.
GIMP bracelets, yeah. Not like
Or gimps in general.
Or GIMPs in general. Yep. No bondage there. Right off the bat, they jump right into it, and there's a bus flying down some streets, and once you see all the people coming off the bus who are the
You assume they're counselors.
Teens, so to speak, attending camp. Everyone looks the same age except for the guy who owns the camp, who's 60, 70 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
Through this whole movie, there were lots of characters who were...
Interchangeable?
They looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
I thought it was... it could have been the same person, just slightly different makeup. But
basically, there's
Y'all
two
got the same
characters.
haircut.
There's 3 characters in this movie. Okay, 4. I'll give it 4. I'll go up to 4 characters. 5 characters. Let me stop there. There's 5 characters in this movie
That are memorable?
No. There's
just
5 characters.
5 characters
But
in the movie.
there's maybe about 50 actors total. But 5 characters. So those 5 characters are douchebag guy, tennis playing type of douchebag guy that you see in any 80s movie. And then there's Corey Feldman, party guy. Then there's Cheeseball, fat, funny relief guy. And then there's the old guy who only gets a pass because he's old. Ugh. Gross. And owns the camp. And then the 5th character is the girl, who is all the girls at once.
Sorry, there's 6 because because there's 2 girls.
Right, but
There's
they're the same
one-
person.
There's the one who's way hot, super unobtainable, who the fat guy, the cheese ball, ultimately gets with. Spoiler. Sorry, jumping ahead. And then there's the other girl who is, they talk about on the box, Kayla, or I don't fucking remember what her
Right.
name is, who's... Okay, the box gets
Let
it
me
wrong.
ask you this though:
Kelly.
Are they different characters?
Yes.
Dane, are they different characters?
I don't think so. I think
They're the same character.
I think
Different actors.
The way I
Yes.
see it
because-
is, there's only the babes at Lakeside Camp, and then there's the British older woman who runs the other rich people camp.
Oh, evil.
Okay.
And what
camp,
about the
too.
2 goons?
All right, the 2 goons count as one guy.
Nunzio and Dick. Yeah, it's only counts on one guy. Okay.
I guess you're right, because it's
They have no separate motives.
2 guys trying to fight over the same girl, but the box gets it wrong because Corey Feldman, his character comes in. When his character comes in, that
They're
girl,
already together.
but she's not with Corey Feldman. She's with one of the douchebag
Yeah.
guys,
Kyle.
Kyle, who I didn't know his name was Kyle.
It's on the box.
Yeah, it's on the box.
I didn't know what,
They
like,
mentioned
even
it.
Cheeseball.
Maybe,
I don't know what his name is.
I have no idea what Cheeseball's name was.
Vikram.
Oh, what? No.
I don't know.
What about the guy who runs the camp?
Wait. Before we continue, anytime we refer to Cheeseball, just think of Chris Christie, because
Oh, yeah.
this guy looks exactly like Chris Christie, and I had to do
good.
a double take.
Yeah,
All right,
we had
continue
to do a little research just to make sure.
just to make sure it wasn't
we
Chris
should
Christie.
we should
Unless he has a
somehow
stage
try
name.
and get them together.
Chris Christie and Cheeseball.
And Cheeseball, yeah.
And for what?
I don't know.
What did they do? Some freak
Meatballs
show?
5.
Okay.
Meatballs 5.
All right.
Takes
I'm
place
into it.
in-
Cheeseball's Revenge.
Yeah. The box says, so the girl is with Kyle at first, and then Corey Feldman comes in, and the douchebag's all like, you want him back. She's like, what? Fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah.
This movie was weird.
It's a love triangle.
Yeah.
Kind of.
What happens in this movie?
Dude.
What happens in this movie?
the
It's a
camp.
great question, Kev.
The camp doesn't like have any people coming to the camp anymore. So the guy who runs the camp, who looks like a Murray brother,
But he's not.
is thinking about closing the camp because
like all camp movies.
Yeah,
movies
and it's
that involve
being,
a summer camp.
There's some mogul baron lady. I don't know what she wants to do with it, but she wants to buy the land from him for $500,000.
I think she just wants to develop it and put like tennis
Condos
courts
or
and
whatever.
stuff,
Yeah, she wanted
right?
to put like a golf course or something like
yeah.
that.
Oh,
golf
all right.
course.
And she has 2 goons who are Nunzio and some other guy.
Dick.
Nunzio and Dick.
Okay.
Nunzio and Dick.
They're like these, like Italian mafia guys.
One Nunzio is just a buffoon.
He takes everything literally.
I like Nunzio.
It's like
He's
this
one
is
of the
one
better
part
parts of this
where
movie.
where the British lady, because she's like their boss, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And
That was a good
Nunzio's
British
like,
accent.
he's like, "Yo, hey, where's your toilet at? You gotta take a shit."
Oh yeah, she's trying to light a cigarette and it's not
that's
going.
why he said that?
And she's like Nunzio, and then she goes, "Ah shit," and then he says that.
Oh, I didn't.
She's like,
grasp onto that at
"No,
all.
give me a light," and he's like, "Oh yeah," and then Dick is like, "Where's your toilet at? You're dumb." Exactly like that. I played Dick actually.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
It was a bad accent. That's what I was doing.
We've got time to work on it.
Yeah. So every summer there's a competition between the 2 camps, which the names I cannot remember.
Camp Lakeside, which is
That's
good
the good
camp,
camp.
and then bad camp is Camp Twin Oaks.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
between those 2,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Internet. Yeah.
and
I don't know why they're rivals. Just
because they're across the lake,
yeah.
and that's really about it. There's a competition, and
But you don't win anything. It's like a friendly competition between
Right.
the 2 camps.
Right, exactly.
For whatever reason.
so the good camp wins for the first time in like 5 years or something like that, and the bad camp's like, ugh, all right, well, let's...
But I couldn't tell like which, because there's so many bad people on the good camp. I couldn't tell who the bad camp
Yeah,
was.
I agree.
Plus everyone's wearing early 90s neon.
Everyone's wearing the same thing.
Body glove everywhere.
Yeah, this movie was sponsored by Body Glove. Poor choice, Body Glove.
Yeah, seriously.
That's why they're out of business. You never see
What
Body
a
Glove.
meatball decision that was.
Heyo.
Yeah, so bad camp and good camp, I have no idea the difference between who goes to which camp. And so going back to the beginning of the movie, when the kids get off the bus, the kids greet the counselors. And as soon as the kids greet the counselors, you have no idea who is a counselor and who is a kid because they're the same age. Ugh. How you feeling, Dan?
Better now.
Through most of the movie, I thought one camper was
get the vents
oh my goodness, Dan Train. I thought one camper was a counselor, but in the end, it turned out I was very wrong. But he looks exactly like 3 other characters.
But yeah,
They all have the same
Not 3 other
hairstyle.
characters, 3 other actors.
right. Are
They
they
all look the
supposed
same.
to be the same age? Or are they supposed to be like
30.
16-year-olds and, yeah, 20-year-olds?
They can't be 16 because they're showing too many boobies in this movie.
Yeah, but the characters could be 16.
Which is the funny thing.
And you don't go to summer camp when you're 18 unless
It's
you're a
two-
weird
it's a
kid.
2-week
They just
ski
started
thing.
doing this new thing where they have adult summer
education.
camp. No, just
Did they
adult
say
summer
that?
camp.
Wait a minute, is that for real?
Like that's
Like
an
in real
actual
life?
thing,
Oh, not in the
not
movie.
related to this movie
oh my
at
God,
all.
why can't
Like,
we
it's-
go? We'd see so many boobies
I mean,
all
no,
the
we
time.
You just have to pay for it.
We could, yeah. They do like dodgeball.
they already have a
I'll
cheese
be
ball?
cheese ball.
Okay, then let's do it and bring a camera and trench coats.
Yeah.
Do some illegal activity at summer camp.
Glad my wife
That's
doesn't listen
not-
to this.
Project
Yeah, mine
Challenge.
too.
Right away. So after we meet all the campers, it's really funny because the first thing that all the girls do, they're like, "Well, we got to shower."
Yeah, and they all get naked immediately. The campers and the camp counselors. They're all naked all the
Possibly.
time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, not
I'm not
not
complaining,
Like,
I'm just saying.
Not like fully naked all the time. But
Tits are out.
all
God.
yeah. Ugh.
Oh my God, that's
danger.
a directional microphone too,
Man.
and it's still. Oh jeez.
None of the women wear bras, which
No, you're not.
is clearly their choice, and that's fine. But it's just like, man, they're just ready to take their shirts off at a moment's notice.
It's a very liberated crew of females. Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand the dynamic of the camp, but
The dynamic,
like,
why it exists.
well, obviously it's for the ski thing, but is it just like a training camp where anyone of any age
I
could
have
go?
no idea.
Yeah, they give you no introduction to the camp except for the name, which they don't even do a good job telling you that. And that's it.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, let's do a thing. Everyone to the lake.
Right, and they spend the entire time on the lake skiing or water skiing and jet skiing and any
the
type
thing
of
where,
skiing
like,
you
you're
can
on
do
a
in the
boat
water.
and you got the rope and you're held on the end of the
water
rope.
skiing.
Is that water skiing?
That's
Yeah,
water
water
skiing.
skiing, right.
And waterboarding.
Waterboarding.
Jet skiing.
And there's a ramp. And some
Doing
guy
flips and stuff.
hits the ramp, and it's hilarious, according to the writers of this movie.
Here's kind of the weird thing, though, which, makes me think that it's a camp for people of all ages at night when they have these parties, because obviously they have party every night.
Yep.
There's lots of alcohol there.
But he carded somebody.
Well,
So they were like, are you old enough to have alcohol? And then she's like, here's my tits. And then he's like, all right.
yeah.
Underage
She made some
tits?
some weird joke
I'll
that
give you
I didn't
alcohol as well.
get. But, yeah, I don't know.
She implied that she was going to fuck him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't catch that at all.
And then he let her drink alcohol.
Yeah. So clearly that some people are under 21, but they're still of legal age because that creepy old guy wanted to see her
I think he's
boobs?
just a creepy old guy.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But that was the
she was probably 13.
only time
That was a PA.
that he was ever really like boobs.
The old guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very out of character for him.
I liked it when Corey Feldman showed up. He skydived out of an airplane.
Came in like a bat out of hell.
And he
made
goes
quite
up to
the
some
entrance.
girl, looking at her, twins, and goes, "Hey, Bill. Hey, Ted. Had any excellent adventures lately?" Ah!
Yeah, there's a lot of that shtick going on. So there's, I think some of the jokes in this movie were actually pretty funny, and then a lot of, I'd say maybe like a 25% of the jokes were good, and then the other 75 were just like poorly executed or just like bad jokes in general.
I can
Like,
agree with that.
Yeah, like the water troughs. There are so many water troughs in this camp. I haven't seen a water trough
horse.
in real life
No,
ever.
no wildlife to go along with it, except for
Right.
raccoon orgy that you see in the background.
But they're not they're not having an orgy at
no,
the
they're
water
just
trough.
thirsty.
They're just
They're
you
just
know
getting
doing
to
their
it.
thing.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, there's a shitload of water troughs, and Cheeseball like always creates this like Rube Goldberg effect where he like hits someone with his duffel bag, and then that knocks over a teepee, which knocks over the water trough, which splurts water all over some kids having sex, and that happens at least 3 times in the movie.
Yeah, it's
Which is pretty good. It's pretty funny.
He's prone to have some bad luck and get other people in very messy situations, and that's why one of the really hot girls is always like mad at him because he like something happens and she gets some water on her shirt, which really is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Considering how
And then she
willing
cleans it
everyone
off
is
and he
to
spies
just
on her looking at her tits.
Yeah.
And also at the beginning of the movie, they spare no time going into pseudo molester Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom spy mode, where all the girls are going to the shower and they're like, "Gotta go peep on the girls."
I don't know what they're looking through because they have full view of these girls. But either way, they set it up
in the window to the shower.
yeah, you guys know like windows in the shower is like
always.
yeah,
like
all the
every
time,
camp has.
all the time, always.
And so it's set up that Cheeseball is bunking with these 2 like cool dudes, and it's set up that
Who do not like Cheeseball at all.
Right, they don't like Cheeseball, and they're like fucking with him, but then that's it. Like they use Cheeseball to stand on and then look at tits through these windows, and that's the last time like Cheeseball gets picked on. Other than that, he's just a regular dude.
Like one thing that
Yeah,
Talks like a baby. He's
They
like
just
baby
hate him
Huey.
from far away.
Yeah, but they don't. They never. It's not like a plot. It's not like a plot B or anything, where it usually is, where the like fat kid or the nerdy kid or whoever is getting picked on, and then he rises above. No, Cheeseball's just fucking shit up the entire movie. Nobody really gives a shit.
Well, here's that.
And
again,
then he gets the hot girl at the end of the movie for no reason.
Well, this is a staple of.
And he has a
the
broken arm somehow.
This is a staple of the 80s teen sex comedy, though, where they're peeping on the girls, but something ridiculous happens that gets them caught. So, like in Loose Screws, Cheeseball's in the closet, there's a skeleton in the closet.
Yeah.
Whoa, he jumps out. In this one, there's a skunk, and Cheeseball and the guys get sprayed by the skunk. Whoa! And they, like, break through the walls to the shower.
It's a shoddy construction job.
Yeah, the wall. Just fall
Literally.
through. Yeah.
But then it's fixed immediately because there are so many more shower scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
lot of shower scenes.
So did we
So what
talk
else
about
happened
the
in this movie?
plot?
I mean, we basically covered it.
So they
Corey
do have
Feldman is the hot ski instructor, and there's
Well,
like weird tension.
The old man who runs the place rehired him to.
Oh yeah, as the
It's like the camp
activities
I don't know,
coordinator
he
or something like
run-
that.
I don't know. He's running the camp activities.
the
right?
second in command, basically.
Yeah, he's basically vice president of the camp, which Kyle thought he was a shoo-in for. But then Corey Feldman flies down from the sky and he's like, well, I'm Corey Feldman. I'm here. I'm the
Fuck you,
activities
Kyle.
camp vice camp counselor.
Oh, Corey Feldman has a
I fear he was
boombox.
there. Ooh.
Has a boombox strapped to his chest when he jumps out of the plane.
I
blasting
guess he's
sweet
trying to
tunes.
commit suicide, but he fails and says, well, I might as well just direct the camp.
Oh, you guys filming a movie here? All right, I'll be in it.
Oh, and
Turn
of
of
course,
power.
of course, this is
That was
it.
his audition. Like they're like, we don't want Corey Feldman on our movie. And then he just flies in. He's like, where's that production going? Fuck you! I'm going to be in this movie.
I don't think he had a script. At least not one that he stuck to.
I think Corey Feldman did very good in this movie.
Oh, he was.
He's the best part of this movie.
great.
Yeah.
Cheeseball in this movie sucked.
The boobs.
Well, yeah, I mean, anything with any
acting prowess,
right? Anything that had lines. If boobs
Okay.
could talk, they would definitely be the best.
Yeah.
In the movie,
Okay.
but boobs
Yeah.
can't talk. Unfortunately, we're getting there. Science will.
So, as we all know, and unfortunately remember, this was during the age of Corey Feldman's obsession with
Michael Jackson.
So, of
yeah.
course, at the
second scene of Corey Feldman.
they're like there's like a break the ice party, and everyone's wearing a name tag. So he just jumps up on stage and starts doing Michael Jackson moves
With sweet, like, non-copyrighted, fake Michael Jackson background music.
Yeah,
It was
There's a
great.
lot of free play music in here.
Yeah. Copyright-free music. Always
Yeah.
the best.
yeah. So
And he did make a couple jokes about Michael Jackson throughout the movie.
He made
did.
one. He mentioned him once.
Did he? Maybe
Yeah.
it just seemed like more.
He said,
I don't know.
He said like, oh, if you want something hard enough, you'll make it happen. Look at Michael Jackson.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe he's
know.
talking about he wanted to be white. I don't know.
His gumption,
Possibly.
Michael Jackson's pure gumption to
He's-
move
his
beyond.
his
upbringing?
obsession with owning a
Monkey,
monkey
the Elephant
works.
Man's bones.
That works too. I was going to say an amusement park.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
whatever. Corey Feldman was pretty good in the movie.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought he was funny, and he acted good. Everyone else was like,
Pretty lousy.
No,
like
no
this is
real,
something. What?
No real memorable performances by anyone else except for
No,
the fake.
Nunzio was awesome.
Okay.
Nunzio's pretty
All
good.
right.
The goon Nunzio.
I was gonna say except for fake Murray brother there.
Just because he's like 100 years old,
Yeah,
he's the only.
yeah.
That's and you can tell him apart from the
That's-
other characters.
right,
That's the only
exactly.
reason he stands out. And it wasn't bad, like, but this is something that I hate in movies. That this movie did a lot. It's like there's Corey Feldman's the wild and crazy dude, and there's a group of people around him that he's trying to impress or whatever. He's rallying up the troops or just hanging out with his friends. And he makes a joke, and then the entire group laughs at the joke. Like instead of the audience laughing at the joke, they have people like cut to someone else laughing at the joke, That just bothers the shit out of me because, like, I was going to laugh at that joke, but now I'm not going to because you're telling me to laugh at it by cutting to this random person.
They must have thought it wasn't funny, so they needed to tell you.
Right. That's exactly how it feels.
They want to tell
Am
you
I
it's
wrong?
okay to laugh.
Do you guys know what I'm trying to say?
I do, yeah. No, I get it.
I
That
didn't
makes
laugh
sense.
at any of the pre-laugh jokes.
You only laughed when they cut to
Nunzio.
No.
laughing.
Yeah, Nunzio was the best. He was my favorite part of this movie. There's like a part where he and the other goon are like out trying to sabotage some boats and stuff, and the bad guy, Dick, he's all dressed up in black like a burglar, and the other guy shows up all in like dopey camouflage. He's like, "Hey, I told you to come here in all black," and Nunzio's like, "Hey, yo, it was on sale." I don't know. I think stuff like that's funny.
That was good. So anyway, back to like the actual happenings in the movie.
The British woman offers him money,
$500,000 to
He
buy
says
the camp.
No,
He says no.
and the goons are sent off to sabotage
No.
the camp.
Hold that thought.
Oh.
That's round 2.
Okay,
That's after.
That's the second competition.
yeah, well,
No,
this
that's
is before
the second. So
Before the second competition. But
she offers
the first
to buy the
competition
camp,
hasn't happened.
and he says no,
Yeah.
and then that's that, and they have the competition, and then the good.
But
camp,
first, they have a 15-minute training montage, which they repeat 4 times.
Yes.
In the movie.
yeah. Well,
It's
because
one of those-
most of the movie is just water
Montages.
sports.
Yeah.
water sports. So they have the competition.
God, I wish.
The good camp wins, and that pisses off the English lady.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, let's hurt them financially because I have money. And by the way, she never really wears...
Clothes?
Well, she wears clothes, but she never wears, like...
Appropriate clothing?
Yeah. Like, something's always missing. Or, like...
Missing?
Well, or, like, her shirt isn't
She
buttoned
wears,
up,
like...
or something
Like, she'll
weird.
wear... Like
she's
a
getting ready to
smoking
go to a
robe or
beach, but she's
something.
not going to a beach.
Like,
I
yeah,
don't
she
know.
wears silk pajamas in one scene, I know, and then she's wearing like bathrobes and like shit like that, like stuff that Hugh Hefner would wear.
Yeah.
So she's like, let's hurt him financially. So the goons, they do things like put rats in the food, which is kind of extreme.
Yeah.
Threaten,
they kill people.
Threaten campers who are riding around on ATV and stealing their clothing. And,
Of course.
And by threatening, I mean they have a shotgun.
Yeah.
And
I have a theory that this leads when... So this is like a montage of all the fuckery that Nunzio and Dick are doing to the campers. So there's that scene where they go off into the woods, the campers with the ATV, and then Nunzio and Dick have their shotguns, and they're like, "You gonna take some advice from us?" And I feel like right there, like cut to the last house on the left, cut to Meatballs 4 again.
Okay.
I never
Have you not seen Last House on the Left?
No.
All right, never mind.
Sorry.
If anyone who's listening, I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at here. Continue.
The whole thing about the good camp is they have like you'll have a good time and enjoy yourself or money back guarantee. So by the campers getting threatened and not having a good time, they get fake Murray brother to give them back their money and they leave. So that's hurting them financially. So they do this with a couple other things. It's those two.
He put a fish head in the cabin.
Yeah, they fuck up
Meatballs.
There's blue paint in the shower, so all the
girls,
they got
all
blue
the naked
boobies.
girls are blue,
making it an all around bummer.
Yeah,
for everyone.
Yeah, and making it like Project Challenge for me and Dane.
That's right.
Terrible.
If any of you guys ever did that back in the day.
Oh God,
making it so fake Murray Brothers gonna have to sell.
I want my money back from Project Challenge that I didn't spend on.
So that's when it comes down to I don't even remember who had this idea.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman had the idea.
Yeah.
He had the idea to approach Fancy English Lady, and
who Kyle works for now.
Oh,
for
yeah,
some
Kyle-
reason that was
Kyle
never
Corey
explained.
Feldman fired him because he was being a dingleberry.
Yeah, but wasn't he a camp? Oh, he like fired him off the payroll?
Yeah.
I thought
out
he
of the
fired
camp.
him off of the job of jet skier number 1.
Oh no, he's
No, he
he's out.
said-
He's out of there.
Oh, because he fucked up Corey Feldman's
Jump.
Yeah,
He'll never work in this camp again. you know?
Okay, so then he works for...
because Kyle was driving the boat and he was like, "Ha ha ha! Fuck this guy!" Because he's trying to steal my girlfriend.
All right.
And he just he messed up Corey Feldman's rhythm.
That makes more sense now.
And then Corey was like, "What the hell, dude?" And he's like, "Nothing." So he just was like, "You're fired." And that was it. So Kyle went and worked for the evil English lady, basically being her butler, from what it seemed.
Yeah.
And Corey Feldman said, "Listen, we got a deal. Let's have another competition. And if you win, you can buy the land. It's all yours. If we win, you pay off the rest of the mortgage, and we get to keep the camp." It's not really high stakes. She's losing money either way.
That's right.
But at least one way she would get the land.
That no legal signatures were collected during
Yes,
this
this was an
transaction.
oral contract.
It was an oral agreement.
The
yes.
gentleman's agreement.
So none of this holds any water in land court. Putting that out there right now. Back to the movie.
Would it be water court? Because it's...
Ooh, I want to see that 1990s TV show. Water Court.
Right after Sequest and Sliders
and Seascape.
Seascape. And
Fartscape.
Stargate.
Quantum Burgers.
TV show. Quantum Burgers. It's all crap we were talking about while watching the
Sci-Fi
movie.
Channel
Because we
original.
couldn't figure out what
Seacourt.
Sliders was.
Sequest.
After Ripley's Believe It or Not 20 times.
Starring Dean Cain.
And Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. With the guy from Star Trek.
Meatballs 4 was, matter of fact, fiction. It was made up by our team of writers.
Yep, you guessed it. We made it up.
Corey Feldman is a figment of our writers' imagination. I hope all you people know what fact or fiction
hope
is.
you-
Go
everybody-
YouTube it. It's fucking great.
Please go watch Beyond Belief.
It was like right on before Millennium.
This dude from Star Trek was on it. It's fucking great.
Oh, so good. We should do a fact or fiction episode.
Oh my god, that's not on VHS.
Do
If
either
someone
of you
taped it off TV.
Yeah, did either of you tape it off TV?
No.
I don't know.
Oh,
It is
man.
on. You can get it. Like they actually publish it on on DVD.
On Canadian
No,
DVD.
no, I don't want to watch it on DVD. I don't want to watch it on
Screw
DVD.
that. We're VHS Bandits for
That's
Christ's
right.
sake.
If you recorded fact or fiction off of TV, send it to us and we'll do an episode. We'll send it back.
I bet you every episode's on YouTube. I don't know. Whatever.
Probably.
Or Hulu. Fuck it.
Something
we'll
like
find
But
out.
side note, we should do an episode solely around blank unlabeled tapes that we have in our collection.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mystery tapes. Those
We'll
are the
be
best.
here all day doing that.
All right, back to Meatballs 4.
Meatballs 4.
There's not really much else left. Kyle,
end.
Yeah.
No, they do the second competition.
They do the second competition, and
Cheeseball skis on one of them.
Oh yeah, he like goes over a jump.
Yeah,
He's-
I think
he's,
that was in the montage,
yeah,
but they
he
never
does a
utilized
jet
it.
ski.
He broke his arm.
Yeah, somehow.
No, the evil English lady's trying to fix the competition because
Oh,
she
yeah, with
gets
the goons.
Nunzio and Dick and some other third guy who we
Yeah,
have
they're
no
in
clue.
a fishing boat, but they're really like trying to blow up.
They rigged
something.
all the boating things.
With explosives?
No, just like cut out the engine or make, I don't know. They did weird shit.
Yeah.
But it didn't work.
Nope. They
Although-
were behind first. Like this is like the stakes of the final competition was Meatball Camp was ahead by like 3 points or something, and then all of a sudden Bad Camp is ahead by 30 points, and then Corey Feldman threw one of these like vicious acts from Nunzio, he like hurts himself because he falls in the boat. Like the boat stops short and he falls into it.
Cheeseball and Corey Feldman both got hurt, but Cheeseball broke his arm
Right.
because of Nunzio and Dick, and Corey Feldman just like fell into the
went
boat, and
into
he's
a
like,
boat.
ah.
He's like, not feeling it, guys.
Ouch. Like
And nothing was wrong with him at all.
I could get bruised. This could be a little sore.
Yeah.
In the morning. Oh, you guys need me to rally? All right, I'll do it because I'm the only one
and then
who
he's
can.
like, he's doing this inspirational speech like, Corey Feldman, you have to pick someone else to do the equivalent of a triple Lindy. So who's it going to be? And
of
then
a burrito?
Was it called the burrito?
No,
Oh, no, the triple Lindy from
Back to School.
Yeah.
But there's also a burrito named Triple Lindy. Never mind.
At Moe's?
Yeah, never. Nah, don't worry about it.
All
I was
right.
making a bad joke. Bad joke.
Okay. Heyo. So someone has to do this trick to beat them because it's a 30-point trick.
Did we talk about the judges?
No, we'll get there. Well, let me finish this point. So then he looks around at all of his team and he's like, fuck you guys. I'm the only one that's capable of doing this trick, even though I'm slightly injured for no reason. So then he go ahead and he does it, and he does a triple backflip, which is one backflip that you see 3 times.
They just replay it because
Followed
you
by-
see the exact same amount of water coming off of the skis each time.
It's the same positioning and everything. You just know that it's 3 different ones because it's like the old guy's counting them, and it cuts to it's like backflip, and he's like 1, and then backflip 2, backflip 3 backflips. and then he wins the competition. He gets the exact 30 points that he needs to win, and then Good Camp wins. Now you can go to the judges.
All right, so we have 3 wacky judges,
Of course.
and you got
They don't show up on anywhere else but
they're
judging.
They're just there. So you got one kind of nerdy guy, like
Kinda.
Okay. You got one kind of nerdy guy. I think he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. Kind of a husky dude. Then you got like this hot babe in a bikini, and then you got
She was
over
not
the
hot, dude.
You got a girl in a bikini.
She's
Comparatively speaking to the other judges, sure.
So then
the only one in the bikini.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got this dude who's over the top, super nerd,
Which was clearly like almost exactly like Urkel, where he was probably just like a normal looking guy, and they were like, all right, you'll be the nerd, like here's some fake buck teeth.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's glasses
Pocket
with the tape in the
protector,
middle.
like please hike your shorts up and hike your socks
He's
up.
got, like,
and
He's like cartoon nerd.
Yeah, he's got one of those like hats where the bill like is all the way up to the sky.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's super cool.
Just say it.
Yeah, Fresh Prince did that on the opening of the show.
and so does the Doc.
Yeah, and everyone at these 2 competitions is wearing the same clothes both times because they shot on the same day. Or those are just their competition clothes. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's like your
Competition
Sunday
clothes.
best,
Yeah.
except for
Oh, and
aquatic competitions.
everybody in the audience had those early 90s like sports blue blocker sunglasses, which was awesome.
Yeah, I like the wardrobe in this.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell who was who, but they were all dressed very 90s and
It was
appropriate.
great.
That's
for the
something that they
time.
really need to bring back.
Yeah.
Get their Bret Hart sunglasses with just one piece of
Sunglasses.
sunglass.
There's no 2 lenses, it's 1.
That's right. That's right.
That's the movie, right?
That's
That's
the
the
movie.
movie.
Good team wins. They say their goodbyes. We figure out
Best part's the ending.
Why?
because it's over.
Oh.
No. Everyone says they're good. Like the very ending.
Yeah, oh,
right
God,
before the
yeah.
credits.
The very end.
They
Oh, yeah.
Best part of the whole movie.
they pull a Ferris Bueller in a sense, but you can describe
They break the 4th wall, and so Corey Feldman is kissing his love interest babe at the end of the movie, and he just goes and looks at the camera, and he's like, hey, the movie's over. Go home. He starts smooching her.
As if we're watching this in a theater,
Yeah, in a theater.
because there was no theatrical release.
But then he gets it to you. Then he goes, oh, this must be a home video. So hit the stop button or press rewind. And he starts
Save
kissing her
yourself
again.
50 cents.
Save yourself 50 cents. And then he starts smooshing the girl. And then finally the girl is like, I've had enough of this. And she walks off. And what does he say?
No. She says, I have, what?
She says, like, you're not a big enough star to put up with this. And then she walks away.
Oh, yeah. And then he finally is like, what? I was in the Goonies. And boom,
credits.
that's the end of the movie.
That was the best part.
The best ending. Best ending to any movie with Corey Feldman in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that was the movie. We jumped around a lot, but I honestly had no clue what was happening most of the time.
I mean, this is what I would consider to be the last of the great 80s teen screwball comedy. Because obviously it was in the early 90s.
Call this one in 80s.
You're right.
Because it was 92.
This is the last of the great
80s.
screwball 90s of that era. You know what I mean? Kind of like the action movies back. You know, all the good action movies kind of ended in around that same time.
I don't think you can say it was written in the 80s because, again, I don't know if this movie had an actual script.
Oh, that's true. That's true. A lot of Corey Feldman's dialogue seemed very improvised, which, if it wasn't, good on him, and even if it was, good on him.
Yeah, made it better, so... there we go.
You need a hospital?
So what do we eat tonight, guys?
Is that what you thought of the movie?
Wait, what would you rate this sucker?
Me? Who? Me?
You go first, Mr. Mr. Fadi Boombadi.
Do you need to clean yourself after that one?
Jeez. Dude.
Real quick,
white pillow.
This is a wet one.
Because Dan Train's just farting up a storm here. We got 5 guys this time.
Yeah.
We went for the fancy burgers. Burgers and fries.
And he only had
Burger
one patty.
King for us.
Yeah, one patty. But I did have the Cajun fries.
That's true.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry. Jeez. Oh, and I
Toph
mixed.
had the 2 patty. I had just the single patty, but some fries. Not Cajun. I was just keeping it real.
No, anywho.
I mean, nothing fucked up our order. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. I mean, if you've been to Five Guys, you know that you got to get home quickly before your bag falls out from underneath itself because of all the grease. But other than that, they didn't fuck up the order.
What did they got that new crazy Coke machine that's got all like the 10,000 flavors in it. What did you guys usually get? The vanilla, you get the peach, right?
That is a Burger King exclusive for me. Not for Burger King.
Burger King has an exclusive soda?
No.
Oh.
I exclusively use the peach flavored soda at Burger King.
You're saying that it mixes well with Burger King food. I get you. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so here I went with Mr. Pibb.
Oh, that's right.
Because you can't get, nobody else sells Mr. Pibb.
What flavor of Pibb did you get? Did you get one with a flavor?
There was Mr. Pibb regular, Mr. Pibb cherry, and then Mr. Pibb cherry vanilla. And they all taste the same, so whatever. But, it's Mr. Pibb.
I got some cherry vanilla Coke. Ooh. Always a fan of the 2. Yeah. What'd you get, Daintree?
I got a potpourri of like, I got like raspberry Sprite. I got like vanilla mug. I got peach Sprite. I made a cookie concoction. That actually tasted pretty good.
They in some circles they call that a suicide.
Ooh.
Is that so? A suicide circle?
So like,
I feel like there used to be a name for it when we were kids. Like we called it something.
Yeah.
Specific.
Well, that's why in some circles, like some people, I know some people who would call that. Like you used to go to Papa Gino's and they got the machine there. They still have the old machine. You get a little squirt of each one.
Yeah.
And then
down
you
the
go
row.
right.
I feel like
exactly.
at Chuck E. Cheese we might have referred to it as a whatchamacallit because of the candy bar.
Oh,
like whatchamacallit soda. Or we called it something soda. Dude, I know we did.
Something soda? Not.
I can't.
Not OK Soda, which is.
I think yes, we called it OK Soda.
Well, because that
I know it's real.
Because OK Soda was basically Coke and orange soda together.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what we
soda.
called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been
weird.
All right.
Anyway, so
sorry about that.
So what are we rating this sucker?
How many jet skis would you give this movie out of 10 jet skis?
I mean, I wouldn't part with any jet skis for this movie. If I had to rate it on a scale of numbers.
All right, how many
I'm not losing an investment on my jet ski arsenal? I can't. I feel like I always go first. I don't want to.
Train, you go.
Oh
yeah,
man.
you always go last.
Jeez. Okay.
This is your bread and butter.
Oh
here.
man. Okay, rating this in terms of teen sex screwball comedies.
Just overall.
Just
overall.
Overall, I'm gonna give this sucker All right, how about this? When we first watched this movie, like 7, 8, 10 years ago, and we didn't even finish it because it was so bad. Back then, I would have given it like a 0.5 jet skis. Now, I would probably give.
What are you going to do with half a jet ski?
I would give Meatballs 4 more than 4 meatballs. I would give it. I would give.
So more than greater than 4.
I would give it. I think I give it 5 3/4 jet ski meatballs.
Wow. You would
very critical.
fractions.
Yeah.
Really? I thought you'd go higher than this.
What would you? How many cheese balls did you think I would give it?
I think you'd would have went to like a 7 or an 8.
Whoa, that's yeah. All right, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. All right, I'm bringing it up to a 6.5.
6.5. All right,
6.5.
that's we will call
That's
it. Dane Train 6.5.
Write it in stone.
Yep.
No more changeos. I would do 6.
6.
That's
All right.
it. 6.
6. I would give it a 3.5. Not a big fan. It was 3.5.
Do you have a favorite teen sex comedy?
I don't. I'm not as well
then
versed.
You are
as,
like 99% of the rest of Americans.
Yeah. I've seen a couple, but I'm more familiar with the I would like the early 2000s kind of movies like
American Pie.
Yeah. I actually really like American Pie.
I like the second one a lot.
Second one was
American
pretty.
Pie 2.
Third one's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Fourth one, never seen it.
But they made like a bunch of
There's
them,
like
right?
1,000.
Oh,
American
yeah.
It was like
Pies.
American
They
Pie
all have-
Bandcamp, American Pie Down the Golden Road, or something like that, right? I mean,
So on Amazon, you can pick it up on DVD, starting at $14.75 plus shipping. But
a lot.
they
that's
gave
too much
it
for this
out of
movie.
Don't do
26
that.
people rated it. You can find
is
it rated at a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I know what.
Or I
already know what
looked at the
IMDb.
rating. Wow, a lot of people.
Thank you. That sounds
That's-
very
that
good.
sounds
Sorry.
wonderful.
I was
Ears.
crinkling my water bottle to conserve space
Right in front of the microphone.
because I'm a, you know,
'Cause you're a
I'm
dick.
trying to save the world over here.
IMDb rating 2.9 out of 10.
Ouch! Yikes.
Yeah.
Which one of those ratings would you trust more?
IMDb.
Oh yeah.
You know what's really funny is since I'm on IMDb,
Yes, sir.
I'm just looking at the guy who wrote and directed this.
Wait, hold on. And his name is Bob Logan.
Oh
Wait, he
my
wrote
goodness!
and directed it, so he had like a vision from start to finish.
I guess
of Meatballs 4.
He's done a lot of different TV. He was a creative script consultant on Smokey Bites the Dust.
The fuck is
Is that a
that?
show?
Did
I
he
don't
work
know.
on Sequest?
No, he didn't.
Then I don't want nothing to
He
do
worked
with it.
on Yogi's Treasure Hunt. He had a couple episodes of The Love Boat and Ghostbusters, not the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
The new Ghostbusters?
No. The
Extreme
Ghostbusters,
Ghostbusters?
the
The
Ghostbusters
original ones in the 70s?
that had nothing to do with the actual
like
Ghostbusters.
old Ghostbusters with the gorilla.
Yeah,
I love that show.
and he did Popples, which I don't know what the fuck that is. The Dennis the Menace cartoon.
Oh, that's all right.
So was Meatballs 4 like his only movie?
No, he wrote Repossessed.
What? Get out of here!
No, I will
Come
not
on.
get out of here.
Wow.
You're joshing
All right.
us
Nope,
over here.
I am
That's
not.
where he
Come
saved all his
on.
good jokes for.
This is Bob Logan.
wow.
Wow.
Repossessed. That is a good
So-
movie.
Oh, and he directed it.
Oh, nice.
Wrote,
way.
written, and directed.
We're gonna have to
That's
watch
good
that.
to know that he's only made
Next Halloween.
one really good movie.
Yeah, Repossessed.
So yeah, that is a movie that is coming up. By the way,
Yeah.
we are totally doing that. Movie's
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
So that's Meatballs 4.
Yep.
Balls 4. Hopefully someday we'll get to maybe
Hopefully
one of the
not.
other ones. We'll-
Nope. I don't want to watch
You
the
guys
rest of
don't
the
want to
Meatballs.
watch Meatballs 3 Summer Job?
Nope. No interest in
We
Meatballs
can't
3.
find it on VHS. You
Yeah.
said it was like
Stupid-
really
yeah,
expensive.
Meatballs 3
rare.
is expensive.
It's a rare
if
meatball.
anybody out there
That's
has
a nice
Meatballs
meatball.
3 on DVD,
Sell it on eBay.
let me know.
No.
I
Sell
need
it
a
on
copy
eBay.
of that tape.
If
So-
anybody has Teen Spirit, which Dane threw away,
Oh, jeepers.
get us that movie.
Okay, if you guys have Teen Spirit zapped, Zapped 2.
I have Zapped 2.
Hard Bodies. Oh, yeah. You have Zapped 2
Zapped again.
on VHS?
That's how we watched it, yeah.
Holy crap. We'll have to watch that sometime, too. All right. Teen Sex Comedies, my favorite movies ever. There you go.
Yep.
Episode 10, an ode to teen sex comedies everywhere.
That's right.
So coming up next is we'll be talking about the hit children's movie Blank Check, which you guys might have seen our live streaming of us sitting on a couch and eating KFC / Taco Bell, watching the movie in its entirety. Yep. So if you saw that,
we're going to talk about the actual podcast.
We had some technical difficulties, which we won't talk about. Which we won't talk about. Which we won't talk about. Which we won't talk about.
All right.
And which we won't talk about. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned because we're about to record that. So we'll talk to you guys. We'll see you guys then.
So for episode 10, I am the Kevbot.
And Dane Train.
And Topher Hansen. Let me also say that I have a movie that I wrote and directed featuring both of these guys.
Well, so we're really shut up. Featuring.
Well, more so featuring Dane. Body double as Kevbot. But it's called Dark Roast, and you can find it on Facebook at Dark Roasts Movie, I think. I don't know. Just find it. Look, and then follow us on Twitters and all that. I'm just Topher Hansen and all my shit. You can find the movie through there. But there's some sweet behind the pictures of Kevbot in some zebra spandex and Dane Train in some sloppy outfit.
Ooh, yeah.
So, throwing that out there.
And as always, send us an email for whatever reason at thevhsbandits@gmail.com. We're up on Facebook. We're up on the Twitter. What's the Twitter?
The VHS Bandits.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Cool.
See you guys.
As always, be kind and rewind.